Welcome. We are here. I'm Jennifer Johnson with Jennifer to the Rescue, and this is Jill Hudson, who gets to be my lovely guest today. I am your legal appreciation expert, and what do? I help you connect and celebrate those special people and those special relationships in your life and your business and your personal life. And actually, Jill's been a guest before. We got to get her back today because she's going to share some news about what she's doing. You can check me out at jennifertotherescue.com. It's up there. And Jill, how are you?
I'm doing great today.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And tell us again, Jill Hudson, you work where?
At Harbour Manor in the Lodge here in Noblesville.
In Noblesville. You are the admission and marketing director, which is a lot of stuff, right?
It is.
It's not a quick thing. Oh, you know what? I better say thank you to our sponsors. We have Logan Street Signs and Banners. I don't know. I was so excited about your party next week that I wanted to make sure we jumped right in there. But Logan Street Signs and Banners, and we are here at the Wofford Theater. And if I didn't say that, I'd be kicking myself later, or maybe Jim would be kicking me. I don't know. But you know what, Jill? Tell us, where is Harbour Manor? You know what? Harbour Manor in the Lodge. What is the address?
It's 1667 Sheridan Road, also known as 38 State Road 38. We are actually 2 miles north of Riverview Hospital.
Good. Okay. And Jill, what is going on there? I know we're coming up on Halloween, so what's going on at the Harbour Manor and the Lodge?
Well, this is my favorite time of year, believe it or not.
I got to be honest with you. I don't like Halloween. But I'll tell you, if you had come in costume, like you said you might have, if you'd come, then I probably would have said, oh, I love Halloween. I really don't. But you know what? Stuff like this that's going on, I like this kind of stuff. So share it. I'm sorry, I'll quit talking.
Oh, that's okay. We are actually having Safe Trick or Treat Night at Harbour Manor in the Lodge, and it's for kids under 12 to come in, get to wear their costume one night before the big night, and they can just, our residents are going to pass out candy. So we have over 10,000 pieces of candy we're going to be giving away. But it's a good opportunity for the kids to come out, have fun, and families. And at the very end, there'll be a surprise for them.
Oh, cool. So it's from 6:30 to 7:30. You know, that's next Tuesday, October 28th, from 6:30 to 7:30. And they could reach you where?
You can reach me at Harbour Manor in the Lodge. They're at 317-770-3434.
That's easy enough. Well, tell us again, though, what is Harbour Manor and the Lodge? Can you, people might just have moved in and they happen to find us today and they don't have a clue.
Harbour Manor and the Lodge have been in the community since 1986. We have all levels of care. We just finished our 40 brand new private rehab suites. So guests can come in and do some rehab and go home. We have long-term care. We just opened our new memory care unit, which has 20 beds, which is Medicaid certified, which is very important. And we also have assisted living. So the Lodge actually is turning 10 years old this month, and there's 48 beautiful apartments over there.
So it's a great way to come and help them celebrate their, it's this month, they're 10 years old.
Yes.
Wow. And you've done a lot of, you were talking about the brand new suites. When I was there a couple months ago, because you had Dan's Fish Fry, and we had music. I mean, there's been so much going on there. Was that all part of I'm thinking about where the driveway is and where you had the tent and all these things. It's all kind of been remodeled. I know you've been there for...
I've been there since March.
So, okay, but you've seen all this happening, so
I was on the end of it, actually, because we officially finished construction in June. So I just had a few months of it.
So, okay, so there's been a lot. And was that all related to the 48, was it 48 suites that you're saying? Was it all kind of, everything was being done because of adding that and changing the parking lot?
Right.
And
we actually moved the street as well. Out there.
You did tell me that.
But the building has been remodeled from end to end. It's beautiful.
It is really very, very amazing when you go, and if you've been here for a while, which we've been here for a while, and then to go out there and see where it is now or how it is now, it's pretty cool. So you probably have all kinds of things going on for the birthday as well as the safe trick or treat, and maybe it's more internal than it is outside. But so again, the safe trick or treat is that what it's called? Yep, it's called Happy Halloween Trick or Treat, and it's a safe place for the kids to come. And what are they have to be 12 years old?
We prefer
under?
them to be under 12, but we also have the big kids that come in, which is okay.
Which is probably some of the residents we were talking about that before we went on, the residents will probably be handing out one and eating one and handing out one and eating one. Tell us a little bit about you, though. I know you said you started with Harbour Manor and the Lodge in March.
Yes.
But you've been...
I've been with Cardon since for almost 5 years, and I was actually at a different campus, but I just transferred to Harbour Manor and the Lodge in March. So it's been a very exciting adventure so far, and we just really want to let people know that we're involved in the community. We are giving back, and we're going to be here for a long time.
Well, you're doing great things. I mean, I firsthand can honestly say that because we were participants in the Dan's Fish Fry, and you handed over a check to
yes, Meals on Wheels.
Meals on Wheels, yeah. So that was awesome.
Yes, our fish fry actually raised $1,000. So we just presented the check to Beth Galhausen with Meals on Wheels about a week ago. So and I think it's in the Current.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah. So when was the Dan's Fish Fry? It's been
It's September
months.
11th. Believe it or not.
Oh my goodness. That seems like a lot longer than
it
that,
does.
doesn't it?
It does.
So
Time
again,
flying.
Yes, it certainly does. And so this is next Tuesday from 6:30 to 7:30, and they can reach you and give them the phone number because some people might be just listening.
It's 317-770-3434.
Okay, and the actual address one more time is
1667 Sheridan Road, also known as State Road 38.
Right, very good. So it's on the, I am looking at, and I guess it's, they went on the website for Harbour Manor, the Lodge, it's actually
hmanorlodge.com.
Okay, hmanorlodge.com. I don't know if I've ever, because that was, I guess I got to go check that out, but it probably would be on there, right?
Yes, it should be.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a short break, and we are going to revisit. We're going to continue our visit with Jill, and she'll tell us some of the other things that are planned, hopefully, for next year. Can't believe we're at that point already. We'll be right back with Jennifer to the rescue and Jill Hudson with the Harbour Manor and the Lodge.
Thank you.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. and we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
We are back, and time is so much fun here. We're having fun. Actually, Jill was just running. No, you didn't. I was going to make up some silly story about how you ran a. No, it's just kind of funny because we're talking about so much stuff and the commercial goes by. I'm Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the Rescue. We're here with Jill Hudson from Harbour Manor and the Lodge.
And your website is?
And my website is jennifertotherescue.com. jennifertotherescue.com. How easy is that?
And what is your phone number?
And my phone number is 317-513-6823.
And that's for the radio listeners.
Because we have now branched out into radio, and it's like if people are listening, I do want them to be able to find us. And this platform just gives us all kinds of options, radio and television, and we're just becoming internationally known. So we are at the Wofford Theater. Our great sponsors, Logan Street Signs and Banners, makes it very possible for me to have wonderful people like Jill come in every week and share what's going on with their business and plans for next year. So Harbour Manor and the Lodge, we've already talked about. You're the admission director, marketing and admissions, and you've got this wonderful event next week, the Trick or Treat Safe Halloween, and we'll make sure everybody knows about that for sure. But tell us some of the other things that are in the works for Harbour Manor and the Lodge. It's all one big, wonderful campus, really.
Yes.
I mean, that's why they're, okay. And the Lodge, I remember when that was built, and I went in and, I do music in different places, so it's beautiful. And to think that everything now is kind of one big, beautiful campus is pretty exciting.
Yep. We are actually going to participate in the Noblesville Christmas Parade. So we will actually have both of our vans in the parade with our residents, so they get to participate. We'll also have the staff from both buildings walking in front, passing out candy to the kids. Not that they are going to get enough next Tuesday. So we will pass out a lot of candy and just be part of the community. We're also going to be at the Hamilton Town Center. Their holiday festival kickoff, I believe, is November 15th.
We were talking about that November 15th, we believe, right?
Yes. And so we just have those wrapping up the year. And then next year, we are planning to do a bluegrass extravaganza.
Now you've said it. Now you've got to do it
know.
because it's now in film.
Yes, exactly.
We've got a bunch of people that are going to hear that and say,
So-
oh, Harbour Manor's going to do a bluegrass festival.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we'll do that in June or July, but we'll also do our Dan's Fish Fry again next September. It's for a great cause, and then just see what else we can get into.
I'm sure you're going to do all kinds of things. Because in your other community, you said before the break that you've been with Cardon for 5 years. You just joined, you were just transferred into Harbour Manor and the Lodge. And you did a lot of these same things in your other communities.
Yes.
The other communities. So you've got a success you've got that track record. And it's so cool because when we were participants, we did some music. You guys had such a wonderful, everybody was so helpful, and you had all these, your staff's wonderful. Obviously, I keep saying wonderful, but they're wonderful people. And it was not there was no question that they're very passionate about what they do.
Exactly.
And it's very exciting to see you, and you're participating in the parades, and you're doing, and by the way, Jim Wofford, here, he is the Grand Marshal, so there will probably be a lot of people checking out that parade too, because this is like the first time in I don't know how long that he's actually going to be in the parade and not actually, we're going to try to keep him from videotaping. He may be riding along with the cameras. He's, you never know.
You know who our driver is, though.
Am I allowed to say that? Yeah. Okay, who's your driver? Jim on the side of the stage.
Hiram.
Hiram. Do you know Hiram?
I do not.
He was on the commercial that was on our break a minute ago. Just wait till you see him. It's a whole other story. We'll have to have another show for that one. Hiram is kind of well known around the area.
That's great.
Yes, and it's going to be a fun parade. And that is November 30th, we believe. Is that November 30th as the day? It's the
Yes.
Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. It's always kind of the kickoff. And that's usually in the afternoon, I think. So you're going to have 2 vans
Yes.
with your, what a neat thing to have your residents participate. Just getting back to this, though, the, if you find out the date, Jim, though, it's the 30th. Great. So we are going to just kind of get back to this, though. It's going to be Thanksgiving and it's going to be Christmas before we know it. But before then, we've got to revisit the Happy Halloween Trick or Treat Safe Night that you have next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30. Our residents will actually be the ones passing out the candy, and we will have the building decorated, and they will follow a maze through the halls.
Oh, cool.
And at the very end, there'll be a surprise for them.
Okay, and we were talking about, were your residents going to dress up? Or
Some of them, yes,
those
some
that
of
are
them
able
will.
to do
Oh,
it
yes,
probably would
absolutely.
do it. You know, and I don't mean to take away from this right now, but you know, you've said in some meetings that we're part of a couple groups, your residents are are younger and younger. I mean, it's we
Yes.
think of a senior community or assisted living and stuff. You tend to think it's always going to be, but you've said they're people quite young that
Sure.
are actually. So when we talk about residents, we're not talking about just an older,
65 or older. They're actually
you-
younger now.
Yeah, didn't you say there are people that are as young as 30?
Yes,
something?
many times during our, they come to the rehab center, they could be in their 30s, 40s, 50s, which is unusual. But we're starting to see that because they have other underlying
Right.
health issues
Sure.
that's driving some of that. They are not safe to go home.
Yeah.
So they come to us and they do therapy and go home. And all of our rehab guests that'll be there, they'll also participate in this. So
Cool. Well, it's going to be a wonderful thing. It's Tuesday, October 28th, from 6:30 to 7:30. They can check out the Harbour Manor Lodge website, which is
hmanorlodge.com.
okay, hmanorlodge.com, or they could call and talk to someone there. Maybe not you, but maybe somebody that could give them the information. And what is the phone number?
317-770-3434.
And that is wear your costume. They kind of hope you're 12 and under. But if you're a little older, I guess as long as you're not causing any trouble, right, you'll let them in. And it's going to be a wonderful thing. Any last comments you would just say?
No, thank you for having me. I
Oh,
appreciate
that's
it.
a good comment. We're
So-
very happy to have you. And just look for all these wonderful things that I know you'll be doing next year. Hamilton Town Center is this year yet. You'll be out there and be part of the parade. And thank you very much for checking us out this week. And I think my phone is quacking.
Quacking.
So it's time to go. We'll see you next week. Jennifer to the rescue. And I'm Jennifer Johnson. Have a great day.